Hi everyone, this is Sister Bedinia Hudson, and I want to welcome you to We Will Never Die. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to personally welcome you in this great work that God has given me. 20 years ago, God sent word to me through a minister in a women's conference in Rochester, New York. You know what? If you want to see me personally, want to see what I look like, there's a 2 minute camera video that I did so you can see what I look like, because I'm going to be doing PowerPoint presentation mostly and you won't really see me. The video is like 2 minutes long and you can see me. I tell you what God has done. Pretty much the same thing here, but you'll get to see what I look like, and that's the first YouTube video, so you can go back and look at that. Well, anyway, God had sent word to me through a woman at a minister, a lady minister, the women's conference. He said he had a great work for me to do and I should continue the path. And then here we are. I mean, it's far greater work than I could ever imagine. It is an awesome work. You know, we really get to bring good news to one another. Good news to one another. Okay, it is rare and a precious moment in this life when we get to bring good news to each other. You know, we never get that, but God has called us to bring good news to one another. It's far greater than I could ever imagine. So at this point, I just want to thank God and Jesus for this great work. But I want you to keep watching, keep listening, and join us. Let us do this good thing that God has done for the human race, for all of us. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Welcome. What is this great work? What is this great work that God has given us? It's given to me, and you who will join me as well. This is a community program to bring the great and awesome news to everyone. And the great news is, or the good news is, Jesus himself said, if we believe on him, we will never die. Now, despite what we understand, despite what we know, everything we've been trained, taught, what we've seen, have known, okay, it is actually true. It is actually true. I want to draw your attention to this here. In Proverbs 3:5, God said to trust him, okay, with your whole hearts, and do not depend on your own understanding, okay? So even though we bury the body all the time, you know, all that happened, we do not die if we believe in Jesus. It is true, and this is what we're going to learn, and we have to share with others, okay? Jesus himself showed me how this is possible, and now we get to show others. So it's really, really wonderful. I'm happy you're here to help us with this. How are we going to do this? Okay, we're going to do it in two ways. We're going to use this video format that we're using right now to make the information that I know that God has given me over the last 20 years and that he continues to give me available to everyone, right? And then we're going to train people just like us, you and I, regular people, to become community counselors and comforters, to work together to help others to understand this, okay? I'll tell them more about counselor and comforter, what that means, okay? All right. This part now is really important for those of us whose loved ones have already left or about to leave. That is, having the counselors, the comforters, this community work here is very important. And why? Why is it important? Because, okay, it will help us and help all of us to understand that for ourselves, that they're still alive. They're still alive, just as Jesus said. When Jesus speaks, he always speaks the truth. All right? Now we're going to know for ourselves. We're going to understand, okay, where our loved ones are, where they are. We're going to understand what is it like up there. What are they doing up there? Okay, and then we're going to know that one day we're going to join them one day. Okay? And that this time we're never going to part company again. It is really good news that God has for us. Okay? And it's not new news. It's been whole news it's been around forever. The early church knew this. They've always known this, but somehow we've gotten away from it, and you know, we just kind of lost it. But it's true. It's been there forever. The Bible, I've been saying this. Okay. Now, we also need helpers. Helpers are those who they don't want to be counselors, or they want to be comforters, but they have talents, like they may be able to do crafts, or they like to give things or whatever, and so everybody can participate in helping each other. Okay, and I'll talk more about this on the next slide. So let's get into the next slide. Okay. All right, everyone can participate, the counselors and the comforters. Now, while the counselors speak and teach families about heaven, okay, comforters bring the same message by sitting with the families and watching a pre-recorded video together. And it's really important to have a comforter go and sit with someone, because we may send them the video, they may not get to watching it because their life get busy. But if they have an appointment to sit with a comforter, they'll make the appointment and they sit together and they'll see it. So the comforters are very, very important. And like most people are not going to be, they may not feel comfortable enough to be a counselor. It may take them a while. But a comforter can just go right in and they watch a video together. So comforters are very important. Okay? All right. Why is this important now? What they do, they work with the families. We're right here. They work with the families within their own community to share this good news. It's especially important for grieving Christian families who don't understand that their departed loved ones are still alive and that they will be with them again. Okay? So we'll train you, and you go out when you feel you're ready. Even if it's 1 hour a month, that is still good, because you're helping somebody, even if it's 1 hour a month. Now, here we go. Now, the helpers. We're going to need operating helpers, and we're going to need administrative helpers, and we're going to need givers. The operating helpers and administrative helpers are really important, because we're doing this by internet, so we could reach people anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world. I'm in Georgia. If we have somebody in California that we're working with, we have a counselor, or we have a comforters work with that person, and we have givers who are making up their crafts. They like to make flowers, they like to make earrings, whatever special gift that God gives them, blankets, whatever they do, and they have a giving heart, and they like to make these things, and they're very good at it, and they want to bless somebody, and so they want this to go to this family. That operation stays right there in California. It doesn't come here. I'm in Georgia, so you have to manage that operation down there. So we need the operating helpers and the administrative helpers to run that and manage the operation on that end. It doesn't come here. So we're going to need people with this kind of talent that can support the operation out there. And then the givers now, it could be anything you want to give. It could be, like I said, the crafts or whatever you like making, or maybe you like to buy things that people need. Like some people can't afford, sometimes they come in your life where you some days where you paid all your bills, and the money is not left over to buy you things that you need. So little things, any little thing that people can use, that you want to give, you can give it, and we can help the families. Make a nice care packet, and either the counselor or the comforters go, and if you want to go with them, you go, and we bless this family, and we watch a video, and they understand, and you bring joy in their lives, that they're going to be with their families again. Okay? And then there's the financial givers. If you don't want to do any of these things, or you do want to do these things but you want to support financially, you can do that too. We have a GoFundMe link that you can donate if you want to, and that way that money can go to support what's going on at the different local communities. All right? Okay. Now, here's a book that God. When you watch the first video, the actual video that I did, I'll tell you about how over the 20 years, how much God has been training me, and how much He's shown me. And I wrote, when He took me on Heaven's Side and showed me Heaven's Side, I captured it in this book, Saint Tamika and Josh, My Journey Home. I've written other books. I've been writing for the last 10 years about heaven. And this book tells you exactly how we get to heaven and what it's like up there. When you read it, you will get you should understand. You should understand. It's going to be, wow, I didn't know it's like this. But, you you should understand it. And it will take some time because you're not used to hearing good news. Like I said, we're used to expecting the worst, but it's really good thing God have for us. Okay, it's $29.95 for this book, and $29.95, and you'll know for yourself. You'll know for yourself how we get to heaven. You'll be able to explain to your children and show others. And this is a good thing to tell your children, okay? A really good thing. You'll be able to help others receive Jesus and eternal life. So this is all good news. Now, it is hardcover, easy read with illustrations, okay? So the family can see. As you read, they can see, okay? Now, here's a link below. Here's my website. We will never die, JesusSaid.com, and you get, like I said, you get free shipping and you get my autograph. This is going to be your main tool, okay? You can use this to show anybody what happened, when a Christian, a believing Christian person believe in Jesus, where they go and the wonderful life that God has for them and that will join them again one day. I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. The next presentation that we're going to do are just overview. We're going to give you a general overview of how we don't die, so you have like an overall understanding, and then we'll go into more details as we go. The overview is broken into 4 slides. The first 2 slides deal with how we get to heaven, when we leave here we get to heaven, and the following 2 slides deal with the body and why that body is no sense, so you can get an understanding of that body, and it will seal up that question for you. The first 2 slides, which deals with going to heaven, they're already on the YouTube, so you can watch them, the next 2 slides, and then the next 2 will release that about a week from now, and we'll try to release one like around every week. And if you want it, you can subscribe, and we'll let you know when the new slide come out. That way, a week in between give you a chance to really sink in. And if you want to watch it again and then wait for the next one, then give it a chance to sink in. All right. So I'm glad you're here. This is how you can contact me. You can go ahead and email me. In the subject line, put in the subject line of the email what you want to do. In the subject line, what you want to do. If you want to be a counselor, a comforter, you want to make crafts, whatever, you want to help, whatever you want to do. And if you want to do financial giving, you can go from link. It's supposed to be below on the YouTube link below. And remember to get your book. Remember to get your book. That's your main tool. And then here's my email, bedeniasministry@gmail.com, and my website, We Will Never Die, JesusSaid.com. All right, thank you so much. You get the book at the website, by the way. Thank you so much. I'm glad to have you with me, and I'm really looking forward to working in this ministry. Talk to you later. Bye bye.